Bruce Johnson, president and founder of BizScalers and the BizScalers Club. And today I want to talk to you about how to scale up any business. How do you scale any business? If there's one common desire for every business owner or entrepreneur that I know, it's that they want to grow their business faster. I mean, I see that all across the board. Anytime I have a conversation, I just want to grow my business faster. It's inherent. It's part of who we are. It's why we take the risks we do. It's the reason why we get up early. We work hard. We work late. We work on the weekends. We work and drive because we want to build something that's bigger and better and faster and more profitable. And because of that, we're driven to try to find where is the secret, right? Why aren't we growing as fast as everyone else supposedly is who writes about it? So we try things, we go to conferences, we read books, we watch videos, we take courses, we do everything we can trying to find that one secret. And what if there was just one secret? Now, the reality is that there are a lot of things you can do to grow and scale a business, right? There are lots of options. But there is one secret. There is one thing that sits above all of them, one principle that if you get this principle, changes everything. Now, what if that was true? What if there was one thing that if you understood it could change everything for you? Instead of growing like this, you could all of a sudden start growing like this. What if there was one thing that could allow you to build that bigger, better, faster, more profitable business that you've always wanted to have? What if there was one thing that could get rid of all that stress and anxiety that you've been carrying for years because your company's been like this and you want to go like this? What if there was one thing? Would you want to know what that one thing was? Well, if you do, here it is. It's very simple. It's not that hard to get. Now, applying it, that's another thing. But getting it and understanding the equation is very simple. The equation goes like this. More equals more. There you go. Really difficult, isn't it? More equals more. Whatever you're currently doing that is getting a good result, do more of it. Now, that seems so blatantly obvious that everyone misses it, but it is absolutely true. For example, let's say that you have $1 million company. I'm going to pick million just because it makes the math simple. And let's say currently you are spending 6%. Again, this makes the math easy on marketing. And that 6%, $60,000 divided by 12 gives you $5,000 a month. That $5,000 a month is producing enough leads for you to be able to generate $1 million of business. Does it not stand to reason that if you doubled that and you spent $10,000 a month, you'd probably generate some more revenue? Yeah, we search for all kinds of secrets and ideas, but really, more equals more. If you just did more of what you're currently doing that's currently working, you could probably get better results. If, for example, let's say you have 2 salespeople right now, and each one is generating roughly $750,000. So you got a $1.5 million business in revenue. Does it not stand to reason that if you did more of that, if you hired 2 more salespeople, you might be able to generate some more revenue? Yeah, exactly. More equals more. I remember back in my early days when I was pastoring years ago, and we did a lot of direct mail, and that was kind of the way we helped grow our church. And I can remember other churches around observing what we were doing, and then they would try to do direct mail because obviously it was working for us, so why wouldn't it work for them? And they would go out and they'd try to run a 5,000 or 8,000. Well, we were doing 40,000 at a time when they were doing like 5,000. And they do it once and give up, and we were doing it multiple times every year, year after year after year. Right? More equals more. The equation always holds. It's one of the reasons why young entrepreneurs go to find an investor, because they know that if we can bring more fuel, more cash, guess what? More equals more. We should be able to grow and scale faster. More equals more. It is one of the keys to being able to scale any business. And it's a secret because so few people seem to know it. I mean, it seems so obvious, but so few people seem to know it. More equals more. Now, if this kind of subject really interests you, you really ought to check out the BizScalers Club because we talk about these kinds of questions all the time. But you just have to go to bizscalersclub.com. You can find out more there. Now, there are 2 qualifications here, by the way, that because you might have tried more and not gotten a good result. So more equals more if these 2 things are met. First, it has to have a positive ROI. It has to have a positive ROI. So if you're investing in a marketing campaign and it's not a good campaign, more will not equal more results, right? It'll equal more bad results. So you got to get the marketing all right if in that case. Or if your sales process is broken and you put more people in it and they're not producing, well, they weren't producing before. So if the thing that you're currently doing isn't getting a good ROI, then more equals more won't work for you. Now, there are some qualifications. Sometimes it doesn't have to have a direct, it can have an indirect relationship. So, for example, if you were to hire an admin to be able to take something off your salespeople so they could spend more time generating revenue, that would be something where it's an indirect ROI. Or some of you might be in a business where you know that you lose money on the front end, but you make it up on the back end. And so you just have to model out your cash flow because you could do more of losing on the front end in order to get a really big on the back end, but you'd have to model that out. So those would be the minor things. So it could be an indirect, but in general, you always want to find something that has a positive ROI. So if the sales or marketing function is working, doing more of that will probably generate more. That's number one. The second qualification is that you have to get the 4 things right. What are the 4 things? Well, if you haven't watched the other videos or you haven't gone to the BizScaler site before, the 4 things you have to get right in order to scale any business are you have to get the design right, you have to get the attraction right, you need to get the delivery right, and you have to get you right. Now, those are the 4 things you have to get right if you want to scale up any business. So if any of those are broken, excuse me, this is the joy of pollen season here. If you want to get, scale up, one of those is broken, doing more won't work. For example, if your design is wrong on your business model, well, guess what? Doing more of something that's going after the wrong market with the wrong message or the wrong product or service in the wrong marketing channel, etc., is not going to end up producing a great result. If you don't have your systems in place, more won't equal more. In fact, more will simply highlight that you don't have things right in the design. So you have to get the design right. Secondly, you always have to get the attraction right. So if your marketing system isn't working right, your sales scripts aren't converting, well, more isn't just going to work because you're going to get a bad result or a suboptimal result. So you have to make sure you get that right. You also have to make sure you have the right people on the team, right? That's all about the attraction part. So if those things are messed up, you got to fix them. And those are, by the way, are the kinds of things we regularly talk about in the BizScalers Club. We have entire courses on how to fix every single one of those things. So go to bizscalersclub.com. The third thing we said is you have to get the delivery right. And then the delivery right, we're talking about leadership and management and cash. So if you don't have customer service in the right position and you don't have the right people on the team, you don't have the right scripts, well, then doing more is not going to work because you're going to have all kinds of customer service problems. If you don't have the delivery systems right, if you don't have the right leaders in place, if you don't have the right management systems, if you don't have the right project management, if those things aren't right, then again, more equals more won't work because you have a breakdown. You're simply going to highlight that you got a bigger problem. Or if you aren't right in terms of your own productivity and your own time management, and your mindset, right? If you're stressed out at $1 million, you're going to be totally stressed out at $2 million. So you've got to fix you've got to fix the design, you've got to fix the attraction, you've got to fix the delivery. If all those things are right, then when you do more equals more, you're going to get a phenomenal result. If you've got some problems there, you're going to get a suboptimal result. And if you got some big problems, you're actually going to have a negative result. More equals more could actually kill you. So you have to get all of those things right. So those are the 2 qualifications. But once you get the design right, the attraction right, the delivery right, and you right, then more equals more is probably going to work great for you. It really is one of the key secrets to being able to grow and scale any business, anywhere, anytime, any place. Now, hopefully this was helpful for you. If it was, I would encourage you to pass this along to some other business owners, let them know about it. Hit the like button if you like it. If you have some questions or you have some comments, throw them in the comment box so that I can respond to them. Make sure, if you haven't checked out yet the BizScalers Club, you go there at bizscalersclub.com. And we have all kinds of courses to help you become great in solving all of these problems we've been talking about so that you can actually grow and scale your business faster. If you're watching this by another platform and you can subscribe there, make sure you subscribe because my commitment to you each and every week is to bring you actionable ideas that will help you grow and scale a great business. So until our next live, until our next video, until our next training, I wish you well to your accelerated success. Bruce out.